structure was clearly designed to take advantage of the geography of the area, but even the interior is largely intact. Considering how many battles have been fought, well, it is very impressive. Seeing it reminds me of some very, very old records I've read. They suggest that there was a temple named for the first queen of Hyrule, and that it was often used as a shelter for the common people. Could this be... The North Lome Labyrinth is a harsh environment and an unsurprisingly labyrinthine structure. It has high walls, but is otherwise unlike most fortifications. It did once hold an ancient relic meant for the bearer of the sword that seals the darkness, so perhaps it was a trial or test of some kind. I may just have to ask Link to investigate. A hot spring hidden deep within the mountain. I heard the pained cries of an animal and have now found an injured horse soothing its wounds in the refreshing waters. I had meant to investigate the immense skeleton on the northern summit, but this horse seems so friendly. Oh, the skeleton isn't going anywhere. Now how far away is the nearest stable? I came upon an injured horse and brought it to Snowfield Stable to be treated. I had hoped to bring it with me on my travels, but it needed more time to recover, so instead I offered a prayer that some kind-hearted person would come to care for it. I may have also said a prayer, one I learned from Mother, to help with its mane. I spoke with Gally at Rito's stable, who seems worried about whether he can keep the stable open, though it sounds like he's had an offer to sell it to a newspaper of all things. In any case, Hyrule is all the better with newspapers and stables. Maybe the two can find a way to coexist here. 100 years ago, the divine beast Varmeadow soared through the sky, and the Rito champion, Revali, was ever quick to celebrate his skill as its pilot. Many may have been put off by his bravado, but I found it encouraging. There were often subtle signs that he was someone who worked hard, unseen, to be certain he could back up his bluster. Revali, you were always quickest to rush to my side when I struggled. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you when you were in need. You being you, I imagine you shrugged off waiting 100 years like it was the smallest inconvenience. You were so tough on Link to make sure he could protect me, weren't you? Ah, Rito Village, hometown of Revali, the Rito champion. It seems he is spoken of as a legend here, and his bow is an honor bestowed on the best Rito warrior. You did hate other people talking about you, Revali, but I'm afraid your story will live on here for quite some time still. This plaza has been named after Revali. It's said that he boarded the divine beast from here the day the calamity began, and for that reason, and in his honor, it was given its name. The fact that the design on the ground has been carefully maintained and unchanged for 100 years shows the immense respect the village holds for their legendary warrior. Kennelly, the village elder of the Rito, told me that he intends to pass his role on to Teba. He hadn't believed that a single Rito could serve both as the elder and the protector of the village at the same time, but when he saw Link and Teba face Meadow, needless to say, he has no concerns whether the Rito will be in good hands with Teba. Many of the Rito aspire to be like Revali, and most of the children follow his example in practice with the bow. The flight range is where they do the majority of their training, though he always claimed the practice range was only meant for him. He did strive to make a better world for future generations, and that dream lives on here. When I look at the HEBRA Mountains now, I can accept something I couldn't 100 years ago. The energy blast that shaped the peak 10,000 years in the past indeed came from the castle. Perhaps these mountains were always trying to teach us about the past. I should put together a survey team to investigate and make sure we aren't missing any other such messages. These ancient columns mark where a shrine once stood. Before the calamity, when I was frantically searching ruins, I would often seek hard-to-reach places. Despite this, Link always managed to find me. I was so terrible to him then, and of course when I apologized for it later, he reassured me that he didn't mind. I regret putting him through that. Tabantha Bridge Stable was built when the Tabantha Great Bridge was repaired after many years of neglect. However, the bridge was destroyed during the calamity and only recently reopened, so the manager here is worried that no one knows about his stable. He purchased some goats and is trying to develop a signature dish using goat milk butter, but there are definitely some things he needs to learn about the animals.